Good morning, Bears. Good morning. Oh, that's a fun little image to kick off with. Who is that? Stitch? Great movie. Jalen, great slideshow. Let's take a look at it. We're looking at a couple slideshows today real quick, but let's use Jalen's first to go through the lesson. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible and as clean as possible. Remember, everybody should be turning in their work, but I'm not going to show all that. I've showed it enough. Go back to previous videos on how to turn in work. You definitely should have Metabolism 1 opened. Do not submit yet because we're adding new activities. As usual, today's activities, if you are more of a reader, you can find them here in groups. I'll add this lesson link here. This video, probably going to get to tomorrow. You'll watch this video and wrap up the week's lesson. Remember, this is a Thursday, Friday assignment. Finish today if you want Fun Day Friday. Read email from Dr. Walker around slide 51, depending on how many slides you have added. I gotta fix that. So remember, when you guys play with this show, if you add slides, if you use 2 slides, it's gonna change the numbers a little bit. Now notice Jalen has a great kickoff slide where we said play with the sim game and pick one system to talk about and walk through. Now, let's see what she did. What is the digestive system? You may know what it is, but what does it do? Do you know that? I bet you don't. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to be explaining every part of the digestive system, but it will not be long. Let us start with the esophagus. So she's getting started. If she wants to do that, that's fantastic. If she goes through that, that definitely counts as a top CER, one of the systems. Let's see what else she has. She has her metabolism slide. Fantastic. Let's look at this. We can learn from this. We're going to need this information. Oxygen goes into our body. Water goes into our body. Food goes into our body. Chemical energy is used, and that's the cellular stuff we're really going to focus on today. Because remember, we're talking about Alicia. We're pre-med students. We're trying to figure out what's wrong with her. She's tired, so we're going to do some investigation into her life because she kept a journal. Is it because she doesn't get enough sleep? Easy problem. Doesn't eat right? Easy problem. Maybe those are the problems. We'll find out. If neither of those are the problems, then it's probably at the cellular level. It could be a medical issue. So those are the 3 things we're going to talk about. Good job, Jaylene. She has this. Those are directions. Remember, later we'll move those out of the way. You can move those out of the way now if you want. So for example, you could always keep these by holding shift. You can move 2 slides at once. And always keep these, like the directions, like below any of your work. So this is not her work. So that slide's there. We have directions, but then we have her work. So what did the simulation machine do? Jaylene still needs to do that, but she did this and she did this. So we have learned a lot. We're on track. Remember, the sim machine is somewhere down around here. Not sure, you'll find it somewhere. And then you can learn from a couple of these. There's some tips right there. Glucose from food, amino acids from food, oxygen from air. We saw this when you play with the sim. What goes into the cell? So that's cellular things are happening there. Now we want to come all the way down to, I believe it's around slide 51. Let me see here. Where is it? Oh, now it's 58, maybe because I added slides. I'm not sure. I think I said in the thing it was 51. We have a message from Dr. Walker. Read the message. First, let me fix the groups. It's around 58, not 51. Let's call it 56. So remember, like I said, if you add slides, the numbers will change. We're looking for this right here. Let's see what the message is. From Dr. Walker to Alyssa. As you know, we are trying to diagnose why Alyssa Rodriguez is so tired. We are running some tests on her. And we also asked her to keep journals to record her eating and sleeping patterns. We want to know if the cause of her problems may be lack of sleep or not eating the right foods. Please read and evaluate the evidence to see if it can help us understand what is wrong with Alyssa. So let's come down here, and these were our claims. Remember, we said this in the beginning. She's not getting enough sleep, she's not eating enough food, or not eating the right foods, or she has a medical condition. We're trying to determine that right now. We're not necessarily know the medical condition if that's it, but we're just trying to figure out, could it be? So you come down here, read the evidence in the link, and that's directions. Don't worry about that. Here is the evidence for healthy sleep. I want you to read and compare those two. Does she fit with an average teenage sleep patterns? And then this we are going to answer. Does this evidence support the claim that Alyssa is tired because she isn't getting enough sleep? Answer this today. Let's answer it right now. 1 to 2 sentences is enough. Go ahead and do that now. Let's read a couple of those in class, but since we're not in class, you'll just have to read it too, and hopefully you have the right answer. But if you're in Zoom, we'll read a couple of these together. Now let's go to the next one. If she's getting the same amount of sleep as many other people her age, then lack of sleep probably does not explain her tiredness. This piece of evidence helps us to eliminate sleep claim. Let's check about eating. Read this. Read this. Does she eat about the same as an average teen habit? I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Analyze the data. This is evidence. You're going to make a claim, not a CER. CER is claim evidence reasoning. You're just going to make a claim right now, 1 to 2 sentences. If you're a fast typer, you could go ahead and write some reasoning. Does this evidence support the claim that Elisa is tired because she's not eating enough or the right foods? Answer now. I'll give you a little time, then we'll read a couple. If Elisa is eating the same amounts of food and is eating both starches and proteins like many other people her age, then her eating habits probably do not explain her tiredness. This piece of evidence helps us eliminate the food claim. Let's move on. So lack of sleep, poor eating habits does not explain Elisa's tiredness. So going forward, we'll focus on whether Elisa has a medical condition. Remember, that was our third option. That could be preventing the necessary molecules from getting to her cells. We're going to learn about molecules in our video, and then you'll do your final assignment for our Thursday, Friday. We're going to dive into the real deep issues by testing some things in her cell, and when we come back to science in 2 weeks. Right now, we're just wanting to get the information. So we don't have to do a defined medical condition, but we do now know it is a medical condition. So you want to put that in your CER. Before we move on to the next lesson, let's review the key concepts. All right, so now, here's the assignment of the day. Don't forget, you've answered this, and you've answered the other one, this one. We're going to move both of these to the top slide. That is all that needs to be done for Thursday. But if you'd like to keep moving, the final part of our Thursday, Friday project is to write a top slide evidence, claim evidence, reasoning. And what is that claim evidence reasoning? Let's go ahead and make a slide. We'll use Jaylene's and show you this here. Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, let's go ahead and get, whenever this happens, you can either change it. I would get rid of that one. I don't like that one. So I'm going to delete that. You just click delete. I like this one. Let's try this one. I don't like that one either. Delete that. Let's do my good old basic, which is down low. This one, I like this one. So what we're going to write here, this is your final grand finale of the week. CER. What evidence supports Alicia has a medical condition? So we've already, you have your evidence. We've done that. So, and this is how doing research and reports can be easy. If you do every step, you just have to move things up. So you're going to come down here. I'm not going to move these up right now because I'm going to leave them here for Jaylene to do it. But you're going to move up this one. You should be done. You're going to move up this one. You should have an answer. You're going to drag that all the way to the top. You're going to make this your top slide. Based on your evidence on Alicia, why is it not food? We did that. Why is it not something to do with, what was the other? Oh, sleep. How's that? Describe what goes into cells. And that's based on playing with the sim and the video that you're getting ready to watch. So you're going to watch the video before you write the CR. What goes into cells and what's a little bit of a prediction of something that might be wrong with Alicia. So you're kind of going to give a diagnosis slash, not really a diagnosis yet because we don't have enough information, but more of a prediction of what's our order of research now. It based on your knowledge from the video and your knowledge from the Zoom. So what evidence supports Alicia has a medical condition? What do you know about cells and metabolism to predict what might be wrong with her. So, next week, or in 2 weeks, we're going to do some tests on this. But for now, just make up a prediction. All right, that's Thursday and Friday. Go watch the video in the YouTube. Remember, if it does not work or my videos do not work, you need to log in with another account that's not a school account, but usually these should work. Do your sheets, watch this video. Remember, you have all through tomorrow to get all that done. If you're a good worker, you want to get it done today, Fun Day Friday. Tomorrow we'll just check in, see if you have any questions, overview this lesson on Zoom. We do have Zoom tomorrow, and then I'll let you guys spend most of Friday getting the work done. All right, go get it. Biological molecules. If you just want to work today and tomorrow, the pacing would be get those 2 question slides done today. Tomorrow, watch the video, write your wrap-up CR. All right, have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, always in groups before Zoom starts, in case we have glitches.